Let's go. Let's get this going. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Saints 40-29. They scored 40 points today. Okay, we go over the good things, the bad things of this game. Really not much of the bad things, but let me tell you something. This team stuck with the same formula in the first half, did a really good job. Jalen Hurts, fantastic job today. The receivers weren't too much incorporated with the tight ends. Dallas Goedert had about 60-something yards. Devontae Smith had 60-something yards on a few receptions today. And really, the run game was really good. Jordan Howard punishing at the end of the second quarter. Jordan Howard was punishing and punishing and punishing. I think four first downs in a row, tiring out that Saints defense. The number one rushing attack in the NFL. Okay, and that's what the Eagles did to them. I think the Eagles could have scored more points in this game. Okay. Well, let me tell you, 3 rushing touchdowns from Jalen Hurts today. Okay, not much passing, not much to, no. I think Rager was in negative yards. Quez Watkins wasn't even targeted in this game, which I think they still have to incorporate some of these guys. I still don't know why they're not incorporating some of these guys. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, when we got our offense going in the second half, got that 23-yard reception, which really surprised me. I didn't realize how slow he actually was, but it was definitely a play I did not expect to happen. But this team gets their first home win, and this team is done with their hard schedule, so call it. Okay, you're down to the Giants, the Jets, the Giants another time, 2 games against Washington, and then obviously Dallas Cowboys at the end of the season, last game of the season. Okay, this team is trying to get to a wild card spot right now, but I was really happy with the run game, the offensive line. Jordan Mailata was like, there was a time when, Jalen Hurts got, almost tackled out of bounds, pushed out of bounds, and Mailata went up to Davenport and said, you know what, you don't do that to my quarterback. And then a fight happens later on in the game. I thought the offensive line played well. Dickerson played well. Kelsey had some really good plays. Jalen Hurts, first Eagles quarterback in history with 3 rushing touchdowns in one game, which is great. Fantastic. I think Hurts played his butt off, especially at the end of the second half. And Jalen Hurts, when Nick got this offense going again, Jalen Hurts, RPO, kept it for himself, made the defensive end literally break his ankles. I mean, I thought he was sacked from that angle that we saw on TV. I thought he was actually getting sacked, but no, he broke his ankles and scored a touchdown, okay, which was fantastic, okay. So first half, I think they scored 27 points, something like that. And really, Miles Sanders had 1 fumble in the first half, which, I was really angry at it, but it's his first game back, so I can't go crazy about it. He had another fumble later on, which I have to look at the tape, and I talked to 500 about it because I was like, did he fumble twice? What happened? And we kind of figured that maybe, I think they blew the whistle before that happened, so maybe it wasn't a fumble, so I don't know if he actually had 2 fumbles today, but definitely the one really scored them their only points early in the first half, because really the Saints, with Trevor Siemian, you get pressure on him, that's all you really have to do. You had guys out there, the receivers weren't great for the Saints today. Really, Mark Ingram was their only piece that did anything in the first half. He was throwing the ball and he was running with the ball. Mark Ingram was pretty much their offense. This is why Alvin Kamara was the leading receiver in yards for the Saints offense and rushing. So this is why I know Alvin Kamara is a big deal. I know Jameis Winston's probably a bigger deal too because Trevor Siemian is not good. Not saying the defense did great, but TJ Edwards, fantastic. The defense played, let me rewind. The defense actually played really good. And, and I'm saying the first half, we'll get into the second half, but I'm telling you, TJ Edwards had a pick, a fumble recovery, 2 pass deflections. TJ Edwards had 10 tackles. He is all over the field. TJ Edwards, I think we found our linebacker of the future, guys. Every single week, there's something going on with him. Every single week. And then, obviously at the end of the first half, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I just got to talk about everything. And Darius Slay gets a pick 6, his second pick 6 of his career. Okay, he has scored 3 touchdowns in 4 games. 3 touchdowns in 4 games already. Darius Slay, big play Slay, we should call it. Okay, fantastic. Well, there was 15, 20-something seconds left in the second quarter before we're going to get the ball back in the second half, and he just scores a pick 6 easily. A really bad throw by Trevor Siemian on the right side. But defensively, guys, I don't think our defensive ends did enough. I think, there was just enough for us to win the game. Defense made stops. the Saints offense is not good. They are not good whatsoever. I thought Maddox played well besides giving up that one touchdown, but we were playing very we were kind of holding back a little bit in the second half. Even Nick Sirianni at his press conference said that they were kind of holding back a little bit, which I don't know why they're taking their foot off the gas in the second half. Why? What, you're afraid to score more points? Step on their necks till they can't breathe. I don't understand why you don't just step on the gas. Just keep doing what you're doing. Stick to your formula. So in the second half, the Eagles in this offense, they gave up 2 touchdowns pretty much because the Eagles were backed up in their end zone twice because they couldn't get out of it. They were running RPOs the whole entire time. They ran 3 run plays with Boston Scott. Then they just, I don't know, they did absolutely nothing with the RPOs. They kept Jalen Hurts the ball in his hands and run. They did some QB draws. You know, this is going back to the old Nick Sirianni first quarter of the season. That's what they did. That's what it reminded me of. The Eagles gave up 2 easy touchdowns. Not only the offense was conservative, the defense was conservative. You lost Darius Slay to concussion, so he was out of the game. Zach McPherson got into the game, and you stayed back. You played. You let everything go underneath, and you gave up some big plays. You know, it is what it is. They caught up. They were catching up. And then finally, when the Eagles got back on the field at the middle of the fourth quarter, and they got that, it was the 3rd down, I think. They got that pass to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside for 23 yards on that reception running upfield, which was something that I was like, holy wow. They actually threw it to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I was shocked. I was shocked because when do passes come his way? At least if he's on the field, try to pass him if you want to. I mean, it's already enough that he's just blocking. He's just a waste of a body in general. I don't care if he's helping the run game. He's got to get receptions. If you're a wide receiver in this offense, you get targeted. That's how it happens. So obviously, Quez Watkins never got targeted in this game. Rager got targeted maybe once, which was an incomplete pass, and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had 1 reception. That started our offense. Then Jalen Hurts went under center. And we were running with Miles Sanders, and we were running with that, and we were doing so good and scored that touchdown when he broke that defensive ends. You know, we did an RPO on 1 play, which is fine. I don't mind running the RPO or the read option. The problem is if you do it RPO for 3 plays straight for a 3 and out, it's predictable. Cameron Jordan was feasting, okay? And that's what happens. The defensive line for the Saints was reading this easily. Every team is reading this easily, okay? So if you do a sequence of plays under center and change some things in shotgun, and then you run an RPO for 1 play, that's fine. But doing an RPO read option for the whole entire 3 plays of a whole drive is a waste. And we get nowhere with it. We gave up 2 touchdowns because of it. We were in the back of our end zone 2 times, gave up 2 touchdowns, and finally when JJ caught that ball, we started to run our offense, that formula we had since a couple games ago. And obviously the first half of this game, we kept going with it, okay? So there's a lot here to dissect, guys. And to be honest with you, like, other than Nick being conservative, at least Nick is being honest with himself and to us and being humble about it that, you know, he screwed up a little bit in this game, which I don't know why you would even want to think about being conservative. Why are you even thinking that? I would be like, step your foot on the gas, run these guys over, and put as many points up on the board as possible. I think they could have put up more than 40 points on this team today. I really do. This is the number 1 rushing attack, and the Eagles still ran the ball. Jordan Howard was a monster. Boston Scott, you know, not much carries today, but had his, you know, he had some carries today. I thought the distribution was pretty good. Miles Sanders, you know, had the 1 fumble or 2 for some people to say he had 2 fumbles, whatever it is. Miles Sanders just needs more he needs more playing time, and obviously needs to be in more games because it's his first game back. I can't put too much blame on him. Offensive line played really good. You know, it was a good game. This was a very important game, guys. I mean, this is a game where you could start to see the Eagles and their identity. You get to see things where this translating to other games now, and now we're starting to get the offense and the defense really starting to show up at the same time. It's not the offense is playing good, defense playing bad, defense playing good, offense playing bad. You know what I mean? You're not getting that, you know, up and down game. But the only time they really failed in this game or kind of disappointed me was really just being conservative. If that was the case, and that was just Nick being cautious, which I just don't know why you would even want to think about being cautious at this point. Why would you even waste your time even just beat them down? What? You're trying to get your first home win as a head coach, at least for the fans that are paying their hard-earned money to go to this game. Win it for them at the end of the day. So 40-29 is the score. Eagles win a big one here, and I can't complain. I can't. Eagles have the Giants next week. We have a division game. We're gonna beat the Giants next week. We're gonna run all over them next week. One of the worst run defenses in the league. We are going to run on them next week, but I'll get into that later in the week. But guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about this win in general, what you liked, what you didn't like, the players that stuck out to you. Do you think they have to incorporate Quez Watkins more and Jalen Reagor more? And obviously, I would like to see some Greg Ward on there. Where's Greg Ward at? Where's Greg Ward? If Reagor is on the field and he's not really getting targeted, Quez Watkins is your number 2, and he's still not getting targeted. It would be nice to pair somebody up with Devontae Smith and just see what happens, but Jalen Hurts showed some command yet again, and getting better every single week. There is poise in this kid, and I don't know what it is, but man, I'm loving it. Loving the attitude of this team going forward. Like I said, defensive line, Kerrigan had some pressures. Fletcher Cox stayed in his gap. He, forced a fumble today, did some good things today, so not going to go crazy, but I think we need more of a pass rush. We stopped blitzing in the second half. Like I said, being conservative, we stopped blitzing in the second half of this game, which I don't know why they did that. I don't know. Offensively, they were conservative. Defensively, they stopped blitzing. They were blitzing with Singleton, Ward, T.J. Edwards, and all these guys, and they were getting through the line. They were getting to Simeon. They were doing a good job. And then the second half, offense and defense totally went total neutral. They totally went backwards until they started to pick up again. The offense definitely started to pick up back in. Don't be conservative. I don't know why you got to do that. Don't do that. Beat them down. We need to beat teams down. We need to make a name for ourselves. It's time to find our identity. It's time to go into these games and kick somebody's butt. And that's what we did today. We kicked the Saints' butt. If you told me we were going to score 40 points, I'd probably maybe laugh a little bit. Not as much as I did earlier in the season, but probably maybe not. I said 31 points. But it was 40, so it's good. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Sorry it's a long video. I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up? Follows, 5. Peace out, guys. Peace.